Hello, this is going to be my journey to try to improve myself by rewarding myself each week with a little challenge where going to try to create a collection on a very, very strict budget. But since it's a challenge, it's also to help me improve something in my personal life that I feel like I have to improve upon. So I can become better at doing something that is pretty normal for most people. So for the next year, I'm going to try to see if I can create a collection of Pokemon cards by doing this little challenge that I've made up for myself that has some rules. And the first rule is that I have to at least do two of these objective, or one of them twice if I have to, like clean a room, wash my utensils, take all my clothes to the cleaning and get it clean so it doesn't stack up to like I have a mountain of clothes lying. And in the hope of that I have to do at least two of these objective, or like clean two rooms is okay, is to make sure that my apartment I live in is getting more livable, and I'm not ashamed of inviting people over to see where I live. So that is basically the rules for just for me, but the challenge rules is simple. I can only buy one booster each week. If I meet someone who wants to trade, that's completely okay, but I'm not allowed to buy singles or booster bundles or anything else. It's going to be I find a pack in somewhere in a store and I buy that. And I know this is a little special one to start out with, but that is basically the rules for my channels, to see what collection I can make in a year. And I decided to start today because the day I upload this is going to be my birthday, so it's going to be easy to remember when I started this. So my goal is to see if I can make a collection for my family can take cards of if they want to afterward, or if one of them sees a card they really want in my binder, they are fully allowed to take it. I'm not going to look on prices of any of the cards because I want to basically try to enjoy each card I get and talk about them a little bit. And then if I get a lot of cards, try to see if I can make a deck, but I think that's a little bit harder. But it's because I think the collection experience has just become buy a giant booster bundle and then open until you get hit. And I feel like it's kind of leaving a lot of people behind of not being able to afford and feel like their collections is a little bit weaker than most, so they feel like they have to go out and get a lot of cards. So that's basically it. I also don't want to look up what's in pack that I'm buying, and pretty much only going to buy them at retails or my local stores, just so I get the full experience. So let's get started with this Chaos Rising pack that has a little special in it, as you can probably have noticed, with this Flygon line. And I chose this because it was mainly the ones I thought of was the funniest of them. We have the Trapinch, the Vibrava, and the Flygon. And it's actually a line that I don't think a lot about because I don't like the middle evolution very much, because I don't think it's breaching the gap between Trapinch to Flygon very well. But I actually like Trapinch a lot, having this Anteater basically ready to all around the desert in Gen 3, then evolving into a dragon late game. So I also know a little bit about the card game, but I'm not an expert. But I can see if we can go over it. So once per turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand and to evolve one you may use this ability. So when this one evolves once per turn, you can also use this ability if this in the active spot is knocked out by your opponent, and you can take the two top cards of your opponent's deck and discard them. So it's kind of a mill strategy, but I don't know how good mill strategy are in Pokemon. But I kind of really like the art of each of them. It's, again, the Vibrava one is probably my least favorite, but the Trapinch in what it looks like a suburban area, just running around and looking fun, and Flygon flying around the desert. I don't remember what it's called, but it's from Gen 3. I will guess it's from. But it's actually a good thing to talk about me and what I actually have noticed about Pokemon, because I haven't collected Pokemon. I like collecting cards. It's a favorite hobby of mine. But I haven't collected many cards. But I have played most of the games all the way up to Scarlet and Violet, where I played the future version just so I could get the Blade guy from Charcoal. But pretty much most of my favorite Pokemon lies in Gen 1. So if I talk more about the Gen 1 Pokemon, that's pretty much why. There are Pokemon that I like from other generations, where I like the entire line. We also got this coin, which is a cute one with Chikorita on, which I always liked grass Pokemon. So let's see what we got in the pack. Again, probably not the best one. Like this. And we got Ferroseed, and I think he is from Gen 2, and you only could get him by headbutting. So I like that he look like he's hitting. I know his evolution is really good competitive in Pokemon the game, but I also like this little one. Looks like a little seed just covered in spikes. Then we have Watchhawk. It's one of those that is an earlier game Pokemon that I kind of like, but I prefer to get something like the birds of each, because it simply gives me the fly option. And I think Watchhawk suffer from not being able to learn the TM in the early generation, most HMs from the early generation, so I pretty much never uses him. But let's see, flip 3 coins. If any of them hit, your opponent reveals the hand. For each hit, choose a card you find in their hand and shuffle into the opponent's deck. So hand disruption. And I know there's a lot of drawing in Pokemon, but I think it could be fun to attack a hand completely. It's also evolved from Patrax, which is stage 1. And yeah, it's a cool little Pokemon. Phanpy, also from Generation 2 with Mudslap. I like that. It's a little funny that it's bathing in water when in the game it's actually weak to water. But it got Mudslap and Rollout, which, it's a cute little card. I really like the artwork of it's just looking like having fun. Oh, Carnivine. And this is from, I think it's from Generation 4? Diamond and Pearl? And I think it's one that could really use a cool evolution, because I really like its base form, and I really hope that we're getting more cards like. I really like that it's really this plant-like creature, which Pokemon is really good at making like creatures feel like they are completely made out of a single the element. Like this one, yeah, it could be pretty much an elephant, so it didn't need to be a rock type in the game, but grass types, they always looks like they are completely made out of the grass plants or anything. And yes, I'm going to call them grass types because that's what they're called in game. And again, I know more about the game, the games in the consoles than I do about the card games. So if I see a card that I don't understand, that's pretty much why I'm going to talk about it. Next up we have Deoxys. He's the legendary that I never actually caught in the original game. I did caught it in the remake of Ruby. What was that called? I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, he can give himself energy. That's awesome. And then you more energy you have, you deal more damage. Oh, that's cool. I really like the artwork. Really give this spaceman vibe, and it's something that Deoxys always been good at. I don't know much about and I don't know how its forms will work, if it would be different forms or you have to evolve it on it, but this is, I think it's the base form. And yes, I know that its arms should look like DNA strings because it's constantly changing its DNA structure. So yeah. Next up we have Ankflorette. I don't know anything about this. It's look cool. It looks like it's from Yeah, it must be from the CA. I haven't played CA because I think the way they handle it with all the DLC and everything, I decided I'm just going to check out on that one. We can only put this card in play if you discard a prism tower in play and put this card into play during the same turn you played the prism tower. Each Mega Floret EX in play, both you and your opponent gain. Whoa, that's making Floret really tanky. Wonder why it does that. Ooh, Metagross. Sorry, Metagross. He is pretty much. I remember him from Generation 3. He was absolute pain to deal with and a pain to get because you can first get him after you've beaten the league. So in the original game, I never really used him, but in any other games where I could get a mid-tank or build him early, I would always try to get Metagross because I remember him being this strong. And he has switching your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench, and then the opponent can choose a new active. That's a fun ability. And you can discard 3 middle energy from this Pokemon and have this. So you can make a really strong attack to take down something which a lot of HP. I know haven't seen more than I think 180. I think it's my highest. Yeah, it's my highest HP Pokemon so far. So I like him. The artwork also seems really good. I cannot see if he's on a different planet or what he is, but I really like the artwork. Next up we have Ampharos. Ooh, Generations 2 Sheep guy. If you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, attack used by this Pokemon does 80 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's funny. But it can only attack every other turn. Huh. So it can deal a lot of damage for a few energies, but you cannot use it next turn, so it's kind of like one of these recoil moves from the games. I don't completely understand if it's good or not, but I actually like Ampharos. I think this cartoonish art style is really, really cute. But it's not really. It's really like this abstract art, but while it's cute, it's not really my favorite. Next up, we have Delphox. Ooh, Color Starter evolution. Once per turn, Flare Magic. Once during your turn, you may discard 1 basic energy from your hand in order to use this ability. Draw into hand drawings. Like I said, I knew that was a lot of drawing in Pokemon card games, and this one is actually pretty cool. This attack does 3 for each energy attached to all. Ooh, that is a cool attack. I think this could be a fun deck to make something about. Really, so like spreading out energy all around it and then just hit for a lot of damage. Trevenant. Or which generation is he from? I don't remember. I think he's from. No, it's not Black and White. I think it's from Diamond and Pearl. But please don't get after me from that. It's just what I think. But I really like that we got a Curse 3 Pokemon. And let's see, it's really good. I like it's in the forest and all of that. This is what kind of arts I really, really like. This, where you can see them in the element and how they're using, why they're looking like this. Because I think the whole backstory about the Trevenant is it's a haunted tree that is trying to lure in people. So yeah, you can actually, I could just read this Pokédex entrance down there, but that is not what we are focusing on right now. But Curse Roost, during your opponent's next turn, energy cannot be attacked from your opponent's hand to the defending Pokemon. Ah, that's fun. Again, disrupting energy. And I know there is most energies coming from decks right now, I think, or abilities. And this attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on all of your opponent's Pokemon. So in a spread damage deck, I think it could be really fun. And then we have a basic fire energy. So this is our first energy. And it's funny because it's gold with our Delphox. So yeah. So this is my first pack, and I've opened, and I'm going to put some of them in some sleeves I have here. But I think it was a fun pack to open. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. Bye.